In this episode talking about orcs, we're going over the Ork Dreadnoughts. I refuse to use that as the name because I still think it's stupid. So a Dreadnought is a single model. Each Death Dread is equipped with 2 big shooters and 2 Dread Claws. It is movement 6, weapon skill 3, weapon skill 5, strength 5, toughness 7, 8 wounds, 2 attacks, leadership 7, and the 3+ save. You can replace the big shooters, any of its big shooters and or Dread Claws, with a rocket launcher, custom Mega Blaster, Scorcha, or Dread Claws. So you could build one of these with 4 shooty weapons, 4 close combat weapons, or any combination therein. One thing you cannot do, though, is give it 4 Dread Claws. You would have to take 2 Dread Claws and 2 Dread Saws. It has Here We Go and Daka Daka Daka. In a Dread mod, the first time these units is set up on the battlefield, all of its models must be placed within 6 inches of at least one other model from the unit. From that point on, each operates independently. So the difference between a Dread Claw and a Dread Saw: the Dread Claw is strength times 2, minus 3, 3 damage, and plus 1 attack. Dread Saw is plus 4, so strength 9 instead of strength 10, minus 2 and 2 damage. So that is a pretty big difference between the two. So there's really no benefit to taking Dread Saws. I mean, if they did something like give 2 additional attacks, there'd be a reason to take Saws over Claws, but there isn't. It's just something you have to do. As I said, you can only take 2 Dread Claws. You cannot take 4. You have to take 2 Dread Claws and 2 Dread Saws. So you're going to have some attacks with a little less effectiveness. So basically, with two of each, you're going to have 4 attacks with the Dread Claws and 2 attacks with the Dread Saws. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's the way it would work. Because you can use your attacks on any weapon however you want. So you use your base attacks and the Dread Claw attacks on the Dread Claws and the 2 additional attacks from the Dread Saws with the Dread Saws, yes. My personal favorite has always been 2 close combat weapons and 2 Scorches. The Scorch is kind of spendy now, so I'm not sure if that's quite as effective as it once was. Fortunately, they're not that badly priced. I mean, you can get these things under 100 points really easy. And since you can take 3 of them in a unit, you can put 1 unit of 3 in Teleporter and drop them all down at once and charge each individual unit, because now they're suddenly individual units. So that's only 1 drop for deployment, and now you've got 3 Dreadnoughts spread out, 12 inches from each other, at 6 inches apart, so you can go up to 12 inches on the ends, and that gives you a pretty wide range of things you can charge with these. So Dreadnoughts are just okay. They're not great, they're not terrible. I think they're well priced for what you get. Of course, they're vehicles that die pretty easily to Melta and Las Cannon, blah 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 blah, just like any other vehicle. But I think they're fairly priced for that vulnerability. And they do get cultures, of course. You can give them Evil Suns, so when they drop down from the Teleporter, they get +1 to charge. You can give them Bad Moons or Death Skulls, so that if you build a shooting unit, they get rerolls. You can give them +1 to hit with freebooters, and so on and so on. Extra attacks. Goth Dreads are not horrible. If you can get an extra attack with a Dread Claw, that's a lot of extra damage. So they are only the strength 5, unfortunately, so that means the most you can get out of a strength 10. It would be nice if they were higher strength, so you get them up, wounding vehicles on 2, most vehicles on 2s. So a strength 7, I think, would be better. But really, there's not much to say about Dreadnoughts. I almost said it. I almost said that stupid name. They're just okay. They're fairly priced for what you get. They're pretty decent if you put them in Teleporter. And unlike the Killicans, they can benefit from cultures, which greatly benefits them. And I think for what you pay in points, it's not too bad. And the new plastic model, of course, is just absolutely amazing. So there really is nothing bad to say about Dreadnoughts, but there's really nothing incredibly good to say either. So they're playable, especially in any sort of casual game. They're more than playable. In hyper competitive, they're probably going to be a little bit fall short of that level of play, but I don't really have any complaints about them. So let me know what you think about Dreadnoughts in the comments below, and thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching this episode of Talking About Orcs. Please subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications for new Talking About Orcs videos every Wednesday, new battle reports every Friday, and hobby videos whenever I can. Thanks for watching.